Hey y'all, welcome back to American Honey. I am having some technical difficulties, so today we are just going to be rolling on my phone, but it's okay, we're going to get everything out, it's going to be great, just as same as normal, just on my phone, so not my camera. But today I will be talking about Trump, the Pope, Eric Swalwell's political collapse, Trump's new arch, and Hassan Piker's crazy statements. So let's get into the rest of the episode. So as we all know, because we have all been talking about it again and again and again, Trump posts a, not my favorite photo or tweet that he's posted of him in an AI depiction of him as Jesus. And he took it down, and that is wonderful. I'm so glad he took it down. That's exactly what needed to happen. And it shows that he listened to the American people. When the American people said, hey, you should take that down, that's not good, we don't like that, he took it down. He also made a tweet to the Pope saying that he's weak on crime and that he's bad on foreign policy. And then we didn't take it down after everyone, especially Catholics, said that, hey, you should speak kinder to the Pope. He sent out another tweet that was in a nicer way. I thought it was in a nicer tone. And it was basically saying that, hey, someone tell the Pope that Iran is actually really awful and they're doing really awful things to Christians. Not only to Jews in Israel, but also to Christians. And it's really awful. And look how many people they've killed. And it still had that Trumpy swagger, and it probably wasn't how most people would speak to the Pope, but it was nicer than the first tweet. And so it just shows that he is listening to the American people, and he's listening to them when they tell him, hey, don't do that, or hey, we don't like that. And so that's great, and I love to see that from him, and I love to see that post come down. Now, Eric Swalwell dropped out of the race for the governor in California. I mean, he has had some crazy allegations coming for him, and you would have thought he would have dropped out at the first allegations. I mean, he's had allegations about him dating a Chinese spy. First of all, that he doesn't even live in California because he's a congressman, so he technically lives in DC, so I don't know how he would have gotten past that anyway. But, I mean, even on top of that, just allegations upon allegations, and they're all almost 100% true with the evidence. I mean, it's pretty hard to deny. I haven't seen anyone even really trying to. And so he is out of the race for governor of California. And then he drops out, he resigns from Congress. So this is just, I mean, this is the downfall of his political career, but I mean, with the allegations, with the truth of the allegations, this is exactly what he had coming for him. I mean, you would have thought he would have dropped out and resigned at the beginning of all of this. Now, Hassan Piker makes an absolutely insane claim that the fall of the Soviet Union was the greatest catastrophe of the 20th century. This is a crazy claim coming from an American. It's a crazy claim coming from anyone that the fall of the Soviet Union, the fall of an authoritarian government, is the greatest catastrophe of the 20th century.
The fall of the USSR was one of the greatest catastrophes of the 20th century. Just wait, listen, maybe you'll agree. Not only was there incalculable harm done to every single country under its banner, child prostitution, skyrocketing suicide rates, life expectancy plummeting, but America was no longer contested around the globe.
It's absolutely absurd to me. I don't see how an American could possibly say something like this. And the fact that he is so influential, especially among the youth, I mean, that's scary. That is really scary that this type of person is what the kids, the youth, the teens, this is the type of person they're listening to. That's pretty scary to me. And now Trump is making or building an arch that is going in DC. And of course, everyone's mad about it. I mean, always are. Same thing as the ballroom. But this arch is really, it stands out to me because one, it's the 250th. So that's kind of why he's doing it. And I forget what it is. It's going to be like, there's something with the 250 that's going into the measurements of it somehow. And I forget what it is. But these arches, I'll just put up a picture, but arches like this have been used since, the Roman Empire. They've been around for forever. And they're typically used as a symbol of going from war to peace. And this is getting overlooked because Trump is using so much military action lately. But also you have to understand that in his first term, there were no new wars. That's one of the things he ran on for his second term, and it was great. And the reason he's having this war now is to stop Iran from getting a nuclear weapon, which would cause much more destruction and much less peace than Trump going in now. And also, the justification of a war, to have a just war, the very, very, very least you have to have is hope for peace. The outcome you should be hoping for is for peace. You should be doing it because you want peace in the end. And so his military actions, this Iran strike, this not invasion, but war with Iran is not over yet. And he's hoping for peace in the end. He's hoping that they do not get a nuclear weapon, and maybe even a regime change that would be more peaceful, not only for us, but for Israel. So I think his military actions, are definitely, he wants them to be, the result to be peace. And that's with all military actions, all good military actions, all just wars. That should be your hope in the end. And so I think that's getting overlooked, but it shouldn't be. I think everything he's doing, there's a reason behind it, and it's peace. Well, thank you so much for watching American Honey. I will see y'all next Sunday.